Missed you.
How's everything going?
Everything's going great. Yeah, it really is. We're getting a lot of good work done over the last, few sessions of the different phases. We had a really good opportunity to evaluate, some of our guys, and it's still an evaluation process to find out who we are, type of thing. But they're working really, really well. Very pleased with the work ethic, their enthusiasm, knowledge, really the want to learn, the system, and so it's been great. It really has been enjoyable, and excited to get on the field every day with them.
How big have the changes been? Are they mostly semantics? Learning a new language?
Football's football, really. And I think everybody just has to take the nomenclature and put it to what they're used to that being. There's no revelation about anything particularly different, because there's different things of football all over, that people have been exposed to from time to time. But terminology is one thing that there's no question that people need to get used to, and I think they've done a very good job of that so far.
Jeff, there's been a lot of talk, not much talk about this offense. The players have been told to keep it under wraps as best you can. This may be an obvious question, but why all the secrecy?
I don't know. It's we're just out here working, and it's, I think it's evolving all the time. There's new things that we're putting in constantly. Different situations, be it third down, be it red zone, 2 minute. We're going to do a little bit more tomorrow. So I think they're still in the process of figuring the whole thing out too. But they've done a great job of it so far. And really impressed with how our coaches are working with them and how fast they picked up on things. So it's been great, but the learning process continues each and every day that we're out here.
The one general theme that we keep hearing is up-tempo. We've heard that from a lot of players. Describe up-tempo as it pertains to the Buccaneers offense.
Well, it's really, there's different phases of it, and from time to time, everybody runs a 2-minute scheme, right? Everybody has to have a 2 minute in their offense, and of course we do. And, so we've been able to utilize that a little bit, but, we're in different tempos, but we huddle quite a bit as well, and so there's really nothing much different than what you would normally see from time to time of somebody just going into a 2 minute offense if they need be.
Jeff, what can you tell us about the dynamic between your top two quarterbacks and the competition between them as well?
Well, it's they're doing great, and Coach Arroyo's doing a great job of coaching them. Josh McCown is one of the truest professionals I've ever been around. As far as just an unbelievable leader, so knowledgeable, puts in extra hours every day, in studying film, and all the quarterbacks really get along and do a great job of being students of the game. Glennon has done a great job as well. They're very, very efficient right now. If you had to look at our passing percentage over the last however many weeks we've been here, we're in the 80 percentile of passing. And, be it against, things right now that, in these phases you can't get up and press and bump and run and things like that. But they're very accurate throwing the ball. They understand. They're on rhythm. They're doing a really good job of not only physically but mentally understanding, and then providing leadership for the rest of the offense.
Jeff, what was your reaction to the success Chip Kelly had last year going to the NFL, bringing some of the elements of the college game? And are there some things that would lead you to believe that some of the things you're bringing will be successful up here as well that might be a little different than what?
Yeah, I think as you look throughout the NFL, a lot of teams are incorporating a little bit of that. Chip's offense is real. We're very familiar with it because we played against it every year in the Pac-12. So, I was not surprised of their efficiency and their success, because he does an excellent job of doing what they do. And but I think you can see through the NFL that more and more teams are incorporating a little bit more of that.
Coach, can you talk about the influence of your trip to England to study under Bill Belichick and maybe how that translates into the offense?
Really it was a great visit. Coach Belichick was very friendly and open to allow us to come in there and be able to watch tape and practice and things like that. And so anytime, back when I was in college, anytime I could get to an NFL team, I would like to go study and just watch a lot of tape and see what's going on in this league as well, and see what we could take from that league in here. And I think it goes both ways. I think the NFL takes some college stuff and incorporates it, and then it was a great visit, and I was really thankful and appreciative that he allowed me to come in there and just watch practice and watch tape and be a part of it for a couple days.
What did that trip to New England tell you about it, the two tight end look, and how well it can work as part of an offense?
Well, it's a personnel group that allows you to do a lot of things, a lot of flexibility. When you have tight ends that can do those type of things, that can block at the line of scrimmage, but can get in space, they're athletic enough to stretch the field. You can put them a lot of places. You can create matchups with them and things like that. And I think right now, our tight ends are doing a fantastic job of providing some of those things. So it's the tight end is obviously a weapon both in the run game and in the pass game.
What surprised you the most in terms of your evaluations now when you look at the depth? Did any particular group stand out, the running backs over the tight ends or the receivers?
No, I mean, I'm not surprised. I didn't know, what to think, just because, you haven't been around them, you just watch them on tape. So it was great to finally get on the field and see them run around and the things that they can do. And, I think we have a good stable of running backs. I think our tight ends are doing a good job. We have quite a few receivers, who are doing some special things. So, it's been great to be out here and be on the field with them and actually see what they can do. They're working very, very hard, and it's been good. And I think we're going to continue to evolve with them. And like I said, they've done a great job of learning it, and they have skill to be able to do it.
Coach, talked about the upgrade in speed at multiple positions, and you talked about getting speed and space in your initial press conference. Is this enough speed for you? Is this the speed to your liking in this offense?
Yeah, in certain areas. I mean, we have guys who can run. Certain guys play certain roles. But we do have some guys that can run and who are elusive, not only fast but elusive in space. That's important. And again, it's going to be our job to create matchups like that and take advantage of those. But once you get in the field, things move very quick on this field. There's a lot of guys who can run on both sides of the ball, and then but if you can get a guy in space and you can make somebody miss, it can be a big play. So we're counting on some of that, and that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to put different people in different positions to see how effective they are doing that.
Jeff, you've got the play sheet in your right hand there. Is that the entirety of the offense? It's rather voluminous, or is it just a percentage of it thus far?
No, it's just today's practice. Yeah, it's just today's practice. So, but they've been able to handle a lot. We have a lot in right now, and we have 2 more days of this, and then mini camp next week, and then we'll start reviewing and going back. But we've got a lot of stuff in, and like I said, I've been impressed with the way the guys are doing it. One of the things that's been great about it is, the offensive staff. We have a lot of great experience on the offensive staff with NFL experience that, when I'm not sure about something for sure, we all work together with it, and so like the field spacing, obviously the hash marks are different, so field spacing is something, you can't just watch tape and learn it, so being on the field and learning those little intricacies are very important, and so I've been able to get out here on the field, because just when you're in the office and you're talking about, okay, where's this split and where's this and where's that, when you're used to different field markings, now to be able to get out here and see it has been very helpful. But having the experience with the guys who've been in the NFL has been very helpful, and we're working really well together as a staff, and this is all of our offense, putting it all together from everybody's background and experience.
Jeff, what are your plans for the 2 guard spots? You've had a lot of 1,000-yard rushers. At this level, do you believe in such a thing as a lead runner, or is there a series of options alternating?
Yeah, I think you have to alternate. Even when we had we had 2,000-yard rushers. J.J. Arrington was a 2,000-yard rusher, and then we had a couple times where we had guys 1,000 yards apiece. But I don't know. I don't believe that one back can carry the load. It's just too physical. I think you need to have, probably need to have 2 to 3 guys, that bring different things to the table. But I think you at least need to have 2 to be able to spell them here and there and keep them healthy and that type of thing. So that's the goal, is try to create some depth right there where there's not a drop off when one guy goes in, the other guy comes out. There's no drop off. We just keep going.
Jeff, what are your plans for the 2 guard spots?
Keep working with with the guys that are here. It's I think they're getting better every day. It's really hard to evaluate linemen going through this because you can't hit. You don't have pads on, and you can't hit. And Lovie has really been conscious of what the rules are. People don't come off the ball and have any contact, and those type of things. So a lot of it right now is about attention to detail with fundamentals, assignments, those type of things. That's how they're being evaluated right now. So I don't really think you can really get a true gauge until we put the pads on and start playing real football.
Do you expect Pearl Nix to be here for the mini camp at least?
I don't know. That's that's out of my office. That's in a bigger office, and so the guys who are here are working really, really hard. Carl's a great player, and it'd be nice to have him here. But the guys who are here, those are the guys that we're focused on.
Which of these draft picks did you have a heavy hand in scouting, and can you give your overall impressions of an all offensive draft?
Pretty much all of them, because they were all offensive players. So it got a chance to look at them all on tape and evaluate them all. And I thought our GM did a great job of with the draft, with the evaluation. Our whole scouting department, I thought, did an excellent job. I think we helped ourselves a lot in the draft. Mike obviously, tweaked his hamstring a little bit, so he's had a minor setback, but he'll be back. But he showed his first couple days he's a real talent. There's no doubt about it. He made a great catch running down the middle. I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but I mean, I thought the ball was probably 10 yards overthrown, and it was a one-handed catch. He just kept running. Caught it with one hand, put it away, and just kept running. So those guys on the outside were Vincent and him. And then when Jenkins gets here, he brings another tight end with some range and some size. Charles Sims has done an excellent job. He's a bigger back who can run between the tackles. He runs at low pad level, catches the ball really, really well. Assignments, he's coming along with that. He's a good learner that way. And then, you can't really tell right now as far as pass protection, but he looks like, and on tape it looked like he could pass protect. So, feel pretty good about it. And then Robert Haran, he's done an excellent job as well and brings a lot of speed to the inside slot receiver. I think the guys that we've drafted are going to play a major role in what we're doing.
Despite Mike Evans having a setback with the hamstring, is there anything you've learned of him that you've seen that's impressed you so far off the field? What's he done learning-wise?
Well, he's anxious to learn, and that's number one right there. That from day one, he was anxious to learn. When he wasn't in a drill, he's off to the sideline learning, really being a sponge, and he's a fast learner. He really caught on quickly to it. It'd be great. There's one thing about the board and answering questions, but to put it on the field and be practical with what you're doing, that's a whole nother thing. And that's what he's missing right now a little bit, are just the little details about what's going on with splits and how to set people up and run routes. But he's definitely talented, there's no question about it. Big range, big hands, great hands, guy who can run. So, it'd be great to get him back on the field when he's healthy.
Final question?
Can there be an element of surprise to your offense once, early in the season, considering that nobody knows exactly what you're going to be doing? Do you think that might be something that would be an advantage, at least early on?
I don't know. I think most teams are prepared for anything, to tell you the truth. And so I don't know how much of an element of surprise it will be. I mean, like I said, there's nothing earth-shattering about it. Everybody has different tempos that they go at, so there's nothing earth-shattering about it. Football's football, and it's about matchups and about getting things done, and with personnel and making sure we're putting people in the right position and execution. That's what it's about. So no matter how much you think you can trick people, it still comes down to execution. It's not about tricking people. Obviously you need to keep people off balance with certain phases of the game, and we'll try to do that. But there's really nothing earth-shattering about anything going on.
Thanks,